Sounds good. Let's do it.
All right, we're back.
Yay!
Hey, and perfect timing for Ian. So, you are currently at most of you are currently at the Iron Fist Brewery. You are actually having drinks with Klimbrum's mother, and she just disappeared, and she comes back up a little while later with a dwarven male with the starts of a good beard.
There we are.
It still shows as you, but it's more than what I can grow. So
and he's got this huge smile on his face and talking with Klimbrum as they come back up. And you sit and you actually have an enjoyable afternoon of drinks. They definitely keep the drinks coming, so as fast as you want to drink them, they keep coming.
This is good ale.
It is spectacularly good ale.
I'm gotta take my contacts out. My left eye is starting to burn, so I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right.
So, Bank, you head off to do your thing.
Yes.
And you get to the home.
Well, I have a couple of stops to make first.
Yes.
I wanted to acquire a small chest, like a small wooden chest from the Sundries.
Okay.
Random little store. I don't know how much that would set me back. I looked up chest in general for 5 gold.
Yeah, that would be a big one, probably.
Sure.
Let's see.
Couldn't find a small one on the list.
Yeah, the chest is a 12 cubic foot and weighs 25 pounds. I'd say you can find yourself a nice wooden. I mean, are you looking for something that's just functional, or are you looking for something that's a little ornate?
Just functional.
Just functional. So yeah, you can find something. You can get it for probably, I'd say, a gold. It's a nice chest, has a lock on it, or a place where you can lock it if you want. And it'll hold. It'll. I mean, it's about probably like I'd say 6 inches by like 8 inches.
Perfect.
Interior.
Perfect. All right, I will buy that. And then I'd like to go to the bank.
Okay.
And send a wire of money to pay off my horse, which I borrowed or returned. And a good riding horse costs 75 gold, according to the...
Yep.
So I would send that off.
Okay. You've got the guy's name and everything, and where he is, so they can wire the... They can send the note to the local bank.
Yeah, it was the merchant in Gryax that I had hired out with I ended up keeping the horse and sending him on his way after we got to the temple, so many moons ago.
Yes.
All right, so there's that, and then I'll go home.
Okay.
As I stow some things into the chest.
Okay.
And go about my merry business.
Okay.
So, I mean, my understanding or my envisioning of the home is that it's attached to the shop because my father's a woodworker and a bower and a fletcher, and there might be a small home attached to the rear.
Yeah, it's actually not too far from the brewery. It's in the crafters section, which the brewery is in that area as well.
All right.
The crafters district. So yeah, so you go to the home. Do you knock? Do you walk in?
No, I sort of do the knock and walk. Hello, hey, anyone home?
Who is it? Benny?
Mom, it's me. Mom, I'm home.
Benny! And she runs over and gives you a hug.
Oh, that's yeah. I give her a hug back. I've got the chest under one arm.
What? How are you? And she's like looking you over.
I'm doing all right, Mom. I've had a few scraps along the way, but I'm here with some friends. We're just passing through for the night, and well, I have some things for you.
Oh, what do you have?
Well, and he's sort of casually, or not nervously, but intently looks around to see if she's alone or if they are alone.
She is at the moment. You guys are alone in the house.
All right, so come in and sit down at the table, and he puts the chest on the table. Also, sometime during the walk over, he's removed his tabard and folded it up and put it with the chest.
Okay.
Well, Mom, I'm going someplace a bit dangerous, and being identified as being part of the military in the past might not be the smartest idea, so I'd like to leave this with you. And he pushes the tabard over to her.
Oh, certainly, yes. And she kind of takes it and like fixes the folds in it and sets it off to the side. I can do that. You'll be coming back for it though, right?
You know, I've been thinking a lot lately about kind of things you told me in the past and trying to find a new image for myself. Maybe it's time to leave the military behind. That identity doesn't really suit me so much anymore. I've been thinking about that old, I don't know, it's asking a lot, but do you still have that old tabard that you used to have and hold on to for so many years? And as an aside, I'm sort of envisioning this old tabard from her legends that she would tell him about. I have a bit of a description if she's still.
Yeah. I think I know the one you're talking about. Yes, it's I haven't seen that in years. I think I know where it is though. Wait here. And she goes off, and you hear like some rummaging around, and you hear a chest open, and she comes back out a little while later. Takes her probably 10-15 minutes to actually go find this. Comes back and she's like, here.
Okay. So I'm envisioning this kind of leather white colored tabard with kind of a black trim, with this emblazoned sort of stag horn symbol in black around the middle, with this kind of pinnacle, like this island in the center that's kind of pinnacled up in a silhouette with this castle on the top, both in this kind of deep blue gray. Okay. It's so dated from an ancient, kingdom that no longer exists that likely no one would recognize it, but it sort of symbolizes his own kind of interest in his past and possible future. And he would thank her and kind of tuck it, fold it back up nicely as best he can, and place it on the table next to the chest. I think this will do me better.
Certainly, it's not in the greatest shape anymore. I mean, it's old.
Well, so are the stories, but maybe a time will come where I can have a new one made. But I'll earn it. Something new. Anyway, Mom, I'm gonna leave this here with you too. And he slides the chest over.
It's like
if she
okay. Can I open it? Is it just?
Yeah.
Am I just holding onto this? And she kind of flips it open and just looks inside.
Between the gold, silver, and copper, there's about 250 gold inside of there.
She's like, oh, my!
Look, I know the business isn't as great as it might be otherwise, and I hate to think of you guys hungry while I'm off on world adventures or whatever the hell is going to happen next. Just make sure, it lasts. If you conveniently have a few pennies here and there extra at the end of the month, it wouldn't hurt, right?
This'll more than help. Your father might even be able to retire.
Yeah, I know he's
Hire a hand on.
I'm sorry, what?
And hire more hands on.
Yeah, I know he has that one young boy working under him, but maybe he needs somebody else. Yeah, I don't know. Just tell him I made good.
He's working now out in the shop. Days like this, it's a little tougher for him with the rain.
I bet. Well, that's fine. I got nothing, worried there. So,
I gotta say, this is a lot. You sure you can part with this?
oh yeah, and he pats the leather pouch on his side that jingles a bit. I got some money left. It's no worries.
So you're doing good for yourself.
Yeah, quite. What's going on around here? Anything?
I mean, it's the same as it always is. Your business is business. Your father works most of the days. His apprentice is actually coming along now. He's actually more of a journeyman now. And your father has talked of retiring and maybe even selling the business off.
Well, that's up to you. You guys have money now. You can do what you like. Retire someplace nice, maybe. Get out of this filth.
But Haven Hill's our home.
Well, maybe someplace a little quieter in town.
That might be nice. And she kind of she keeps glancing at the chest, and she keeps shaking her head, like.
Yeah, I know it's a lot of money, Mom, and hopefully it doesn't, insult Dad. Takes things the wrong way sometimes. But things are changing for me. Maybe there's some truth to those old stories. All I know is I feel better than I have in years. I've got people I travel with. We're up to some things, and we'll see what happens.
Well, you just take care of you.
Yeah. The old Klimbrum's with us, so she's keeping me straight and narrow. And,
good. She's a good girl.
Yeah, she is. So, yeah. At that point, it gets a little awkward.
Yeah.
They probably...
And you keep her safe, too.
I'm sorry?
You keep her safe, too.
Yeah, you were really breaking up, sorry.
You keep her safe, too.
Oh, of course, always. Yeah. Actually, and now that I think of it, he pulls out his other sword that he used to carry for a long time, and he said, I'm going to leave this here, too. I've got a new one.
Oh. You're leaving?
I'll come back.
This'll, we'll take good care of this as well. It'll be here for you.
All right. Well, thanks, Ma. I guess I better go catch up with the rest. And it gets really awkward. There's been some history, and he kind of eventually makes his leave.
She gives him a big hug.
Okay. And he might go someplace to kind of retool his shield a little bit, get a fresh coat of paint on it. something gray and dark blue that sort of matches the colors on the tabard for a few extra silver or copper or something.
Okay.
And then eventually make his way over to the to the group.
Okay. You do find there is somebody that can do the shield work. You know someone in that area, and they say, yeah, I can do it for 6 silver.
Okay.
And but it's not going to be dry until tomorrow.
Well, I think we'll be over tonight. So at this point, I'm sure most of my companions are deep in their cups. I better go catch up.
All right. Yeah, it'll be ready for you in the morning.
Okay. Thank you. And off I go.
Okay.
I'll shimmy into the tabard before I go in too, just to
Okay.
smell of it.
All right. At this point, the rain is starting to let up some. So we'll stop that, and we'll go with this one. So yeah, so it's kind of letting up. Actually, I'll go with that one. And so you make your way back to the brewery, and you get in and you see a table full of your companions with 2 dwarves sitting there with them, who you recognize as Klimbrum's mother and brother.
Okay.
And it looks like they've been drinking for a while. At this point, I'm gonna say,
Even by dwarf standards.
well, not by dwarf standards, but by non-dwarf standards. I'm gonna say Maricaris, Octavian, and Phelan all make Constitution saves.
Oh boy. All right.
I better get caught up.
10.
Okay.
8.
Oh.
And Phelan?
12.
12. Okay. Maricaris and Phelan, you're feeling pretty good. It's you're not drunk, but you're definitely starting to feel a little bit of a buzz. Octavian, you're starting to get drunk.
Oh God.
Back!
Bennett, come over.
Back,
How
back,
long did I
back.
drink here?
Ben,
Benek,
where did you go? We've been here the whole time. You were gone for so long. What were you doing?
Yeah, where you been there? This ale, spot on.
Yeah,
Spot
well,
on.
pour me one. And you
Right.
set it up to the table.
And
One more for my friend here.
If you
bring more over. Another round.
I swing over like another chair and have it next to me for Benek.
Sure.
Benek, you were gone for so long. Look what I found on my chair. What is
Oh, no.
this?
Oh no.
It's a brand new thing. Somebody must have left it here.
That's the
You want
most.
to try it?
That's the most beautiful thing I've ever heard. That's genius. Better than the bagpipes.
Yeah. I say hello to someone's mom and brother, and make the rounds and have a drink, and
Welcome home.
thank you.
So you just basically have a pleasant afternoon, and a lot of drinking. Eventually, they do get some food brought out.
Thank God.
In the middle of this chaos, I do make eye contact with Benek and give him the subtle signal of A-okay, all is well. And that's about it.
Yeah, you'd notice his attire has changed, but that might be a different conversation.
I just nod and like the nod of we'll discuss it later.
Yeah, I mean, in a lot of ways, he seemed to be maybe a bit more relaxed than you'd seen him in a long time.
Looks good on you.
Yeah, it
Thanks,
is.
here's some.
All right, so you spend the afternoon there. They're not really an inn, but we
get you drunk and kick you out.
they I completely forgot. What's your mom's name? Klimbram?
Visa.
Diesel. Diesel says, well, you know, we can make, I'm sure we can find some room for you. It might be a little bit cramped. Or there's an inn down the street.
No, we haven't it. No, we haven't in.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll just stay at the inn. Like, one want to impose.
Okay, I mean, that's up to you. I mean, you know, your room is always here.
Well, yeah, but my friends can't fit in it, so.
No, we could
Really
find room for the
fucking
rest of
awkward.
them, but...
Nah, because we're leaving super early in the morning. We'll just stay at the inn. Thank you though, Mom.
No, it's no problem. Please,
Please.
will I see you in the morning before you head out?
I'll make sure that I'll stop in to at least say hi to Dad and Flint, the younger brother.
Aye.
So yeah, I'll just wake up super early in the morning to account for that.
Okay. You go and you get rooms at the inn. If you're sharing, it'll be 1 gold per room. Includes breakfast.
I'm sure we can share. We're used to that.
Party fund total.
So yeah, you need 2 to 3
He
rooms.
has the money.
Are we doing anything before we turn in, or are you all too drunk?
Well, okay.
I'm
Here's the
probably
thing.
pretty exhausted at this point.
A full day of drinking, and Phelan is gonna wanna have a bit of an adventure.
Oh dear. Oh
God.
dear Lord.
So, if I may, he takes the harmonica and holds it in his mouth and doesn't ask, but decides to play a song in the corner. Now, he doesn't have anything to position the harmonica in his mouth because he can't hold it, and he wants to play his lute at the same time. So he kind of just has to move his tongue around to hit all the notes. And it's a bit cumbersome. But he's going to try to play an entire song like that and possibly sing through that device that he found on his chair as well.
Okay.
He just found out he's going to put it in his mouth.
Make a performance check with disadvantage.
Okie dokie. Well, one of them would have been a 20. The other one is a 10.
Oh.
It is a cacophony of sound.
We need a sample of that. Don't we?
I
5
lean over
seconds
to my
of that.
mom while he's performing, and be like, he's actually really good. Like he's actually really good.
Really? You could have fooled me.
Well, I mean, he literally whatever the fuck that thing is on his face, he found that on his chair.
That's
Like, I mean,
That's some
Throwing
noise.
flames behind him, like it's really cool. It's a hell of a swordsman, though.
So yeah, it just sounds like.
Octavian's really into it.
So pretty much a 10-year-old who just found their uncle's harmonica.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
Yeah, you actually
what
you,
are
don't,
the?
you don't really make anything. Although a couple people offer money to have you stop.
Perfect. Oh, I forgot to mention
Hey.
that I was like also singing. I did mention I was singing through it, but I
Yeah.
didn't actually do it. Yeah.
2 gold is 2 gold.
Damn right. Damn
Wait,
right.
two gold?
No, you got 3 silver.
Oh, 3 still okay.
3 silver's 3
That's-
silver.
That's good enough.
I threw out a number.
So, what are the what's my potential in the audience tonight?
Yeah.
Right now, earlier it was probably better than now.
I assume so.
There aren't a whole lot, from what you can see, it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of, like, single ladies in the house.
All the single ladies. All the single ladies. I'm sorry I had to.
Okay. So it's safe to say that with that performance and my inebriation that I will be going to bed alone.
Probably, yes.
Okay, then to bring us back around robin, I will share a room with someone. I just wanted to square that away before I, made my final decision. So 1 gold.
It's 1 gold for the
Coming
room
out of the
itself,
party
but it was coming out of the party fund, so it was depending on how many, because you guys have 7 people, so the ladies are together, and then it's 2 and 2 and 1 or 2 and 3, depending on how you guys want to. Yukari doesn't take up a lot of room.
2 and 3.
Oh yeah, I can
Yeah.
put it under my bed.
How much am I subtracting?
I said make it 2 gold. All right, so yep.
I'm sorry, DM. During this time, like between like the travel here and then tonight, I'm sure that I would have read through that book that I got from Raislin.
You were able to read it a little bit. You really haven't been able to read it much in the last few days because
Oh,
you didn't
okay.
want to bring it out in the rain.
Ah, okay. Now that I'm indoors, I probably would have taken as much time to read through it before like going to bed without
Mm-hmm.
like going to bed at a reasonable time.
And you're starting to glean some things. It's another book on theory, kind of like the last one that you were looking at.
Very more theory based.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'm sure I'll continue to read it and scour through it over the course of the rest of the journey.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. Other than that, is there anything else anyone wanted to do tonight before going to bed?
Well, it was supposed to be 1 drink and then shopping, but Breadcrumbs' beer was so good that I think I missed the window.
Yes.
That beer I had for breakfast was so good, I had 1 more for dessert.
Sorry. That's alright.
I would like to go shopping in the morning.
Yes.
We can do that. Like, open up early here. Let's So do breakfast beers.
Yum yum.
Yum 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 yum.
Oh, that's a deep reference.
Fucking A, right?
All right, so the night goes by uneventfully. You get up the next day. Some feeling a little bit better than others, but nobody's got a real serious hangover. Have some breakfast. Klimbrum, you run over. Say hi and bye to your folks. You see your father and your other brother. They're both ecstatic to see you. Your dad tries to pass it off as being the gruff dwarf. But you can tell that he's not happy that you're already leaving.
Yeah.
And then you meet back up with everyone. And so, what kind of shopping did you want to do before you head out? Oh, and the rain has stopped actually overnight.
No more rain.
Kind of want to see if a blacksmith in town may have splint mail already ready-made. I don't know if they got a special make that or something that's at the ready.
I'll tell you what. Do you want high or low?
I'll
Already
take high.
High?
Ooh.
No, there's a guy that has some, but it's not quite to the size of you. He would have to fit it, and it would probably take him 2 days to get it.
Not important.
I missed it by 5%.
Womp womp.
Whoa, hold up. What would be that difference? Is that going to make a difference in terms of your armor class?
And his ability to wear it. It won't actually fit him correctly.
No, but if it did fit him correctly, would that make a significant difference?
One. Yeah.
I mean, would it? I think that it would be worth.
I'm not gonna wait 2 days. No. Wait. Check the next town.
I mean, Octavian's got a pretty good armor class as it is.
I don't know. There is no next town, right?
Well, we're gonna pass through that Blastingale or whatever it was called
Yeah, and then you're
I feel like
in Linares.
yeah.
Oh, the one
Luminous.
that is
Yeah,
the one
Lunaris.
that's over the border.
Well, Lunaris is still on this side, and then Blastingale is on the Pomarge side.
Linares
mean-
is like on the border on the Principality side. Across the river is a Pomarge.
I mean, if you want, we can see if my dad can whip something up.
No, if we're leaving today, I'll check the next town. It's fine.
I mean, he is metalsmith.
I don't even know if I have the gold for it.
I mean,
Okay, is there anything else you wanted to shop for here?
other than
I'm good. I got all my components.
I kind of wanted to check into like how much maybe a +1 sword would cost, but I doubt I've got enough money.
Yeah,
those
and
are like 1,000.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like 12,000.
yeah, and you there aren't any magic shops in Haven Hill. It's not quite
no?
that big.
Mm.
Mm.
No, for that you got to go to a major city like Greyhawk or Divers or even Verbabank might have it to the north. There aren't many towns in the in the Ulick region that would have it. Gryrax might. But yeah, they're not real common. Magic shops are not real common because there's not magic is so expensive. Not a lot of people can actually afford it.
Oh, I know. So,
And,
so there's no place that I can. There's no place that I can find like spell scrolls or.
Spell scrolls you can get at if you can find like the Mages Guild. If you're a member, you can purchase things from them. That's a little bit more common. There are generally Mage Guild representatives in most the larger cities, and there actually is a mage guild, a small section of the mages guild here in Haven Hill.
Would I be able to make my way over in that general direction then? Check it out.
Yeah, you guys could go over there. And you get there, and they it's a small-ish building, kind of square, and yeah, you approach and you see people walking around. They got like a lot of them have robes. Some of them are just dressed normally, but they're all dressed pretty well. So you walk in, and there's a human there that looks and says, yes, can I help you?
Just wondering if you had any inks and papers and maybe some spell scrolls that you have available for sale.
Are you a member?
I don't believe I am a member. DM, I don't believe I'm a member. I've never
you're not.
Anything about Mages Guild. I don't think I've ever actually truly encountered. Was there anything?
You haven't really.
Mages Guild back in the Temple of the Open Mind?
No. The Temple of the Open Mind is completely different. You've read about mages guilds and things like that, but you've never actually come across one. The temple is different. The temple it's a place of knowledge. It's a place of learning. They do charge a small fee for people to study there. It's not exorbitant. And because their whole thing is the dissemination of knowledge, they believe in teaching and that everyone should learn things.
Okay, I am not a member.
Well,
yeah.
Membership is 500 gold pieces plus 100 gold pieces per year.
And you only sell to members?
Yes, we cannot trust anyone, just anyone with these.
Well, you have a very lovely shop. you don't do trades for rare items, do you? Like, could I trade like for an equivalent of that price?
We cannot, in good faith, give scrolls out to just anyone.
I am a wizard by trade. I've been taught the magical arts, but I'd be willing to. I don't have the means to pay that amount, but I do have.
Who did you apprentice with? Are they a member of the Arcanum?
Would my teacher have been a member? I don't think that she would have been.
You had never heard of a guild until you got to the temple.
Oh, okay. So then, no. More self-taught and by someone that was also, I think, more self-taught.
I see. Well, you could petition to join. There will be tests to make sure that you actually have the magical talents and the knowledge to safely study here and use the items that you are seeking.
I don't believe that we probably have the time to be able to go through all that effort right now. How long would that take? That's not something that would be immediate.
We would have to schedule it with the teachers. We could probably, and he starts flipping through a book. He's like, we could probably fit you in next week.
Put me down as a maybe.
Yes.
Certainly, I will put you down. And he puts the quill just down.
Okay. Well, I appreciate your time. You have a very lovely shop, and I'll walk out.
Yes. And
Do they have any? Would they have sold like not the scrolls, but would they have sold like the paper and ink?
they actually no, not they are a basically a membership club. They're like Sam's Club.
Oh,
You have to be a member to.
okay.
Sam's Club.
They're actually, I guess they'd be more like Costco because they're a little higher scale.
Another sponsorship we lost.
It's alright.
Family will not be backing
For
up.
us.
Diamond membership.
There are shops that sell that kind of thing. So if you do want paper and ink, Climbram knows some supply shops that would have that kind of stuff.
I totally point them in the right direction for that one.
How much are you looking to get?
I like to get at least 100 gold worth of ink and paper.
Okay. Yeah, you
And
pretty
then enough like incense and items to be able to bring back basil at least 2 times, which I think is another like 10 gold a piece, so 20 gold.
Okay. Yeah, you can find the incense, and to get that much paper and ink, you have to go to 2 different shops. But you do actually find that much, and you pretty much buy both of them out of all of their paper and ink.
Okay. So that'll be 100 gold worth of paper and ink, and
20 gold worth of incense.
yeah.
And then
Okay.
I think Marikaris, you had mentioned something about looking for healing potions and stuff too.
Healing potions, whatever we might need. I mean, I'm sort of interested in looking into perhaps another weapon, but I think I don't think I've got enough money for some sort of magic sword. Plus, you had said there really probably isn't something like that available.
You're not gonna find a magic shop here in town.
Like not a magic weapon shop anyway.
Right.
But we might be able to find like maybe some
some
healing potions.
You can check at the temples for the healing potions.
Okay.
Could I get some armor?
What kind of armor are you looking for?
Half plate. What would that run me?
Let's see. Half plate. Half plate is 750 gold.
Oh, fuck. Do they have quarter plate?
No, they don't have quarter plate.
No such thing, my good man.
Shit. All right.
And that
there
is
a music shop in this town.
Well, and with half plate, it's a max. It's a 15 AC with a max dex modifier of 2.
Yeah, that would bring me from 16 to 17.
Okay. Yes, there is a music shop.
I want to go to there.
Right, it's nothing fancy. It's pretty simple musical instruments. Mostly like lutes, lyres, flutes, things like that. Pipes.
Okay. Now let's see. I'm in the market for a. You said magic items are pretty rare and pretty expensive, right?
Yes.
Okay. So would I be able to find possibly any kind of enchanted plectrum or strings? Possibly maybe a pick of destiny, if you will.
No.
Perfect.
No, they the guy basically is like, I wish I had that stuff.
Yeah, me too. Okay. Well, then I will bid him good day and return to the group.
Okay.
Head out.
You are, by the way, if you check at the temples, you can find 3 healing potions.
Okay.
Particularly the Temple of Heronius. They have 3 of them that they will sell you for 50 gold apiece.
All right. I will acquire those regular.
Just
healing
regular,
potions?
regular healing.
Okay. I'll
I
take
mean,
them.
if you want
Party
the
fund?
Well,
party fund,
yeah. Well, what I'll get them, and then you guys, I'll keep one for
Alright,
myself, and then I'll give the other 2, and you guys can reimburse me out of the party fund.
all right. So I just take them out of the party fund. That way it makes it easy.
I already
So
have
50
2
each?
healing
3?
potions, so I'm
3 of them
Wait,
at 50 gold each.
$150.
I can make healing potions if you give me a full day, and I can make them at half the cost if we spend the money for it.
We
I need a
only
day.
but
I need a day per healing potion though.
Well, that's something that we would do, like if we were in town for a day or a couple of days or a week or 2.
Just remember that. I can do it for half the cost, but I need a whole day to work on it to make
Right.
one.
Okay.
Are you guys ready to do this?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
who's getting those 3 healing potions?
I have 2 already. I'm okay.
I'll keep one of them, just in case.
Clembrum, how many do you have?
Oh, you know what?
I have 0.
Sounds like Clemony is one.
Yeah.
Yeah, give one to Clembrum for sure.
Yeah, I get hurt.
You know what I do want to do? Sorry to go back to this, but I have some studded leather armor that I'm no longer using. Does anybody want it? And if not, can I just sell it?
What was it again?
Studded leather armor. It's AC 12.
Yeah, you can sell it if nobody wants it. Sure.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Okie dokie. Oh yeah. Let's see. There's a 27.
Holy crap! You convince the guy that this is like great armor and that.
Oh wait, persuasion?
Yeah, persuasion.
Oh, so that's a 29.
Whoa.
What did you roll?
I
Giggity.
rolled a 19.
Nice.
You have plus 10. You have plus 10 to your persuasion.
Yes, I do.
He's not smart, but damn, is he charismatic.
You
You
get
can make an argument.
yeah. You get
Kind of like Donald Trump.
yeah. You get 40 gold for it.
Fuck.
Oh shit.
Damn.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's 45 brand new.
Live and warn once. By a legendary bard.
To Linaris?
Let's go.
All right.
Let's do it.
Let's check this. All right, so you head out, and head out down the road. It is going to be probably. Trying to think of the timing. It would be probably 5 days to the river at this point. You not that, this. You why is that? That's not what I wanted. You sorry, you head out, and you hit the road. The weather is actually turned into something very, actually kind of nice. It's getting on to, I believe, late summer now for you guys. Oops, that's not the dice I need. I need this one. And the first day goes by without any event. Again, this is a highly traveled road. You actually see patrols, mounted patrols of military presence along the road. And the farther you get to the east, the more military presence you see.
Can I keep an eye out for recognition? See if I recognize anyone?
Sure. Okay. So the look at the name of the town again, Lunaris. The trip to Lunaris is actually pretty uneventful. You actually don't run into any more rain along the way. You don't recognize anyone necessarily, Octavian. You do recognize some units, and so do you, Bennick. Just some of the different military units. Nobody that you would have served with, but you recognize their emblems. You even see at one point, you actually see, not on the road, but off to the side, you see some dwarves on war boars. That would be probably part of the Razorbacks, which is what Gundren was a part of.
Awesome. I'm assuming too, I forgot to explicitly mention, but I'd went and picked up my shield before we...
Yeah, I figured you went and got that, yeah. All right, so you you get to Lunaris. It is a walled town. It's not as big as Haven Hill. It is still kind of a smallish town. It's
a walled town?
It is a walled town. There is a large, what appears to be a military presence here. There is a large barracks just inside the walls that you can see as you approach. Everyone that comes in, there are guards there. And while they're not stopping people from coming in, they're definitely checking everything that at everybody that comes in.
DM, looking at the map we were given, the area around Phandalin, we're in relation, like, on the Jewel River. You have Eastborough, I'm looking. That's due east of Haven Hill. Are we, like, north or south of that?
1 second, I'm pulling it up. All right, so you would be north of Eastborough. Basically right where the province of Neagard and the province of Gommel meet. You're up in that section.
I don't know, just keep an eye out for recognition.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't think about it. We could have just used Ogard. But that's fine. So yeah, so you get up to the gates, and the guards just kind of look at you, and most of the people that are going in look like they're either traders of some kind or farmers bringing things into market, that type of thing. There's not a lot of people going in and out of the gates. And as you approach, the guards just kind of look at you and, it's your business here.
What's traveling on our way? Wait a minute. Where the hell are we going? Should
Good
I keep
afternoon,
track?
sir. I am
We're heading
Phelan
to
Darrow.
Kundra.
These are my compatriots. We're looking to pass through this town on our way to what was the place?
Kundarkar. Right.
Glasgow.
Glassingale.
Oh,
Galadriel.
Galadriel.
You're looking to go where?
And I look over to someone with a look of desperation in my eyes.
Glassendale. Glassendale.
Glassendale. Yes, that's what I said.
Huh.
It's got a weird accent. It's totally fine. We get it. We're used to it.
So you're heading here to go across the river.
That is
Correct.
correct. Why don't I say how immaculate your armor is? How do you get it so shiny?
I polish it, and he's looking at you. He's like,
With what? Because I usually just do a spit shine with mine, and
that's
we've
good.
all, we've been on the road for many, many days. I can say for myself that I've been using oils, and sometimes fish oil will do a little bit, and I'm trying to just like kind of talk his ear off.
That explains the smell. It's you. Okay. I'm guessing you don't have the look of conspirators. You actually look like you might be
Well, I should hope not. If we conspire to do anything, it's to have a wonderful time while we're in your town. Walled city, or Waldburg, as I might call it.
Make another persuasion roll.
Okay.
We are also here to spend money. I have no idea if that helps.
Guess what?
What?
I swear to God, I didn't do anything. It's another 19.
Oh, gosh.
So
that's a 29.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Go on in. Don't cause any trouble.
Thank you very much, sir. We greatly appreciate it.
So you get into the town. This one, not paved streets. This one has they're actually dirt streets. There's still some puddles that you can see where rain has come through in the last few days, but for the most part, it's dry. If you want, you can spend the night in an inn here. It is early evening, so at most you could get possibly through town and maybe an hour to the other side of the bridge.
I personally would like to spend a night here and then be fresh for the trip ahead.
Probably not a bad idea.
It's a great idea.
Yeah, seems like the best thing to do.
So does this town seem a little bit shadier than like Havenhill, or?
No, this
is a
town.
military control
how would
town.
you-
Yeah, this town seems much more militaristic. You see a much higher
Gotcha.
presence of guards.
Oh, okay.
You see a lot of people walking around in armor, with
Okay.
weapons on their sides. There's definitely heavy patrols. You see guards along the walls here. That with bows all along the walls, looking both all around the town. There are towers. Even when you come in the gate on this side, you can see the towers on the other side of town where the river would be.
On our approach in, that same guard that was questioning us, can I just hang back for a second and ask if, kind of under the breath, if Lieutenant Balinor is in town?
Let's see if he recognizes the name. He looks at you. He's like, Bellinor. He hasn't been here in a couple of weeks. He went down south.
We served a couple years ago. Any orc troubles lately across the river?
Nothing lately. They've seemed to pulled back. There really hasn't been much. It seems like for now at least there's an uneasy peace. They don't have any towns or any
Well, there's that at least.
any establishments, garrisons or anything that we know of near here.
Oh, that's comforting. If you run into Balin, or if he does come back soon, can you just let him know Octavian says hi?
Aye, I can do that. You
Old friend.
you got out, huh?
Yeah, 3 years. I was stationed here a couple of years. A couple of years ago. So I served under him. Good man.
Aye, he is.
Oh, thanks for
I'll
that.
I'll let him know. Octavian.
Octavian, thank you. Continue and catch up with you guys.
Okay. So do you guys want to spend the night in town?
Sounds like it.
Spend
Yeah, I
the night in
think-
town.
Yeah, probably a good idea. So we can start fresh.
If I can stay a set somewhere, are we staying in an inn or a tavern?
Well, you'd have to stay at an inn. An actual tavern wouldn't have any rooms, but an inn with a tavern would have them. So you can find an inn pretty easily.
So it's find it in and then head out first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If there's a tavern on the main level of our inn, I'd like to see if I can muster up some coin.
Okay.
Possibly a companion for the night.
Yeah, there is. I thought there was.
I swear, if you seduce Anna now, and it gives you a point of exhaustion for the next 3 sessions.
I am but
Phelan,
a vessel through which Phelan lives his life.
Are you gonna try this
Hey,
again,
if you've
Phelan?
tried it,
Because that was
you know it's
impressive.
worth it.
Couple of beers in, what you did was impressive. You gonna try that again?
I'll do my best. But for the life of me, I can't find that device that I had the other night.
Oh.
Oh, maybe I swallowed it.
Keep looking, and I cast enhance ability on Phelan before he does that performance.
Oh no!
Which one are you enhancing?
Eagle Splendor advantage on charisma checks.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh wow!
Nice.
All right. So you
So
They
that'll be
deserve
a
a good performance.
find an inn that's the Bouncy Badger Inn.
Badger, badger,
Good.
badger, badger, badger.
Is that bouncing badger or
Bouncy
Badger.
Bouncy.
Okay. Okay.
And it's got a picture of a badger like bouncing up on the sign.
Mushroom, mushroom.
Snake, snake. Oh, it's a snake.
I was there 3,000 years ago.
Who was there, Gandalf?
Nowadays, it's Baby Shark.
All right.
Oh,
So
jeez.
so you go ahead and do your performance.
Okay. At advantage.
Yep.
Thank the gods, 'cause that was a 1 and a 14.
Well, a 1 you would have been able to re-roll, possibly.
Yeah, possibly. Well, are you? Can I re-roll a crit failure on an
I don't think-
advantage check?
I don't think you can.
Not an advantage, I'd say. I mean,
It would be great if I
technically,
rolled that though, and it was
I'll say-
a 20.
yeah, because technically you're not failing it at that point. So
Yeah. Let's see. So 14 plus 7.
21.
21.
Okay. Yeah, you. Let's see. You do a good job. It is an excellent performance. You make 1 gold, 8 silver, and 9 copper. In tips.
Excellent. Anything else of note?
And you get 1 drink.
Yeah, that's not what you wanted.
Of course.
And then
Oh?
And then?
let's see. Oh yeah, there are 2 potential candidates in the in the pub.
Alright.
God.
Well,
Ego Splendor lasts 1 hour.
The performance I'm going to say is a half an hour, so you got a half an hour left.
okay.
Oh,
Cool.
this will be over in a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Giggity.
Well, my first question is, are they smart?
You start talking with them. One of them is actually in the military. She is quite intelligent.
Okay. Strong? Bulky?
Not bulky, but she's got like some wiry muscle.
Okay. What's the other one like?
The other one is one of the barmaids.
One of the barmaids. Let's see. In character. Okay. Phelan is going to go towards the most physically fit one.
Okay, that would be the military one. Shorter hair. Looks like she can handle herself. She's got a sword on her side.
Okay. Alright, cool. How does this work?
Is that what you do in real life? How does this work?
You can go ahead and
Yes.
make. You can go
That
ahead
is
and.
how I do it in real life. How does this work?
I'm guessing,
I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm guessing you're trying to hit on her and stuff. You can do a persuasion check.
Alright. Seems a little sleazy. A straight charisma roll would be...
But you're trying to persuade. Well, actually, I'll tell you what. Are you trying to persuade her to go with you, or are you trying to talk yourself up with a bunch of crazy nonsense?
The second one, for
Then
sure.
that would be a deception check.
Oh, God.
Okay.
That's even worse. But yeah, he does love to tell a story. Okay. Well, deception is still a charisma-based skill.
Yes, it is.
Do I still have the advantage?
Yeah, at this point you would still
How
have
long-
advantage. It would
how long
be
is
starting.
it
It would be
then?
getting close to wearing off at this point.
Okay, so I'm like frantically like drinking, like, did I ever tell you that I killed a dragon? Oh, jeez, and that's a 6 and a 4. So,
Oof.
oh wait, so that would be a 16.
16.
God.
So yeah, she actually is she's like, oh really, a dragon?
Also, your human, dwarf, gnome, orc.
What's that? You're breaking up some.
Oh, as far as like the person that I am talking to.
She's human.
Human.
Yeah, she's
orc.
human.
Okay. Okay. Just wanted to know. Yes. Well, it was my first adventure, actually. It's a wonderful story. Let me get you another drink. One more over here. Okay, so me and my compatriots at the time, we ventured into this cave just to take care of a small goblin problem. Right? How could we have known that there was an acid dragon at the end of the tunnel? So, we find out that the leader of the goblins, his daughter, had lost one of her dolls that we had found on a dead wolf in its stomach. We walked in on them, arguing frantically about where to find this doll. We just so happened to have it on us, so we did have to kill a couple of them.
Let me just stop you and just be quiet and come with me.
No. All right.
I want everyone visually to like picture this. So she's here, I'm here, and I just like hard look at the camera and this, and then and then it closes in like a circle, like
B. That's all, folks. Good night, everybody.
You're only doing this because Sydney's not on right now.
Are you kidding? He'd totally do this if Sydney was on.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
She would smack him probably.
Nah, she'd encourage it.
half of it I just do to make her eyes roll.
Her spraying something in her eye.
All right, so with that, does anybody else? Yeah, on that note, does anybody else want to do anything that night?
Or anyone?
Yeah, or anyone.
Nope.
I'm going to refrain.
Okay. In that case, we will cut to the next day. You wake up. Let's see. So Phelan, make a con check.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I knew it. Can I give myself bardic inspiration?
Not for this, no.
I bardically inspire myself. Is there a mirror where I can just be like, hey man, you got this?
Hey man, you ain't got crabs.
Who's awesome? You're awesome.
Was that a con check, you said?
Yeah, con check.
Okay, awesome. So that's a 15.
Okay. You wake up the next day alone. But you have some scratches, but you're no damage, no permanent damage, and no exhaustion.
Perfect. Oh shit! What was her name? Should I roll knowledge?
Does that matter?
It always matters.
Her name was Bria.
Okay. Good, Bria. All right. I was terrified you were going to make me roll a knowledge check.
Okay. So that day, is there anything you want to do before you head out?
I think we just
Nope.
head out, right?
Nope.
Keep going.
You are stopped at the bridge, and the guards stop you, and they're like, Where are you headed? You know that across the bridge is the Pomarsh.
Aye.
We cannot guarantee safety, and we cannot guarantee that you'll be able to return.
We understand.
Wait a minute. Who would prevent us from returning? Death or you?
We would.
Why?
Once you head to the Pomarsh, we're not letting people back in.
Why is that?
We don't trust them.
Trust them? Why?
I pull out my service medal from the war and sort of dangle it in front of him, and I served. I know what we're doing. I was in command of a unit like yours. We're going across the bridge.
Make a persuasion check with advantage, Fennec.
All right. Doo-doo-doo. Oh, it was on an 18 and it flipped over. All right, so I have 18 total.
How much?
18 total.
Okay. He's like, sorry, sir. Sure. Go ahead.
All right.
Will we have any trouble returning?
I hope not.
We
From,
shouldn't. I've done their lieutenant a great service.
from their reaction, I don't think we're going to have any problems. From their reaction to Bennick here.
So you cross the bridge, and you are now in the Pomarsh.
Ooh.
Oy. Dun, dun, dun.
Bum, bum, bum.
Yes, the Orcish Empire of the Pomarsh, to be specific.
Well, that's what. Okay.
Yeah.
I was unfamiliar with what the Pomarsh really
Yeah.
is.
So, make a history check, Phelan.
Now you make a history check. Okay.
Doggo.
Oh, not bad. It's 12 minus 1, so 11.
Okay, you know the basic story of what happened, and the basically about 100 years before, there was what was called the Hateful Wars. So the Lortmill Mountains, which are on the northern border of the Ulick states. Matter of fact, that's where Wave Echo Cave is. It's right on the edge of the Lortmill Mountains. They had a lot of orcs and goblins and hobgoblins and things like that. And at one point, the humans, the elves, and the dwarves and the gnomes all banded together and basically did a complete sweep of the mountains, killing thousands of orcs and goblinoids, and driving the rest out of the Lort Mills and pretty much towards what is now the Pomarsh. And that's how a large number of humanoids wound up in the Pomarsh, was they were relocated basically
Oh.
because of what they call the Hateful War.
Okay.
But yeah, so now that you are in the Pomarsh, I think that we will go ahead and take another break right here. And then we'll come back and finish things up for the night. So let's be back in five or so minutes if we can.
Okay.
Between the 5 and 10, like we've been doing, and then we'll pick it up from there.
Cool.
Good job so far, guys. We'll be right back.